Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a video again of the Corolla. We're going to do a little bit of action on this one. I made a rear panel for the some of the tin work in the back, and I put the Japanese sunrise in it. When I came to fit it after I'd done all the bead rolling, it kind of shrank too much, and it was like playing around in between on the material. I wasn't very happy with it, and there was a few lines I wanted to do again, so I thought I'd make a new one. So I've drawn it all out, as you can see. The plan with this one is gonna stretch it out on the English wheel. So we're gonna stretch it out first, and then we'll do the bead roll. So yeah, you'll see on this video a little bit of a time lapse of how it's done, and it might help you guys in future if you want to do any funky patterns in some aluminium or in steel or whatever you want to do. And it's just a bit of an idea of how I do it, that's all. So here we go. Right, that was the panel bead rolled and everything else. I think no matter what I do, it's still going to be a bit raised in the middle from just because of the pattern of it. Because it's because of this piece here is like the main part of it, and it's taken so much material up here. No matter what I do, it's probably going to be stretched or shrink. So because my shrinker's pretty good, it's got like quite big jaws, I'm going to put the folded edges on it and see what it's like then. And then we'll go about dressing it all up and making it look a bit nicer. These are all the markings for going around the chassis and stuff like that, so I'll get onto that as well. But yeah, as you can see, it's not as simple as people think it is. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty flat. It's still a bit like, but I think once the folds are on it on either side, and you have the fold down this side and that side, it should be loads better. So fingers crossed. I've done a bit more. The panel's coming on now. I'll show you a bit more. We're doing a lot more dressing out, and you can probably see it's loads flatter than it was. It's not hardly under any pressure now. So a lot of beating out, a lot of putting back in the shrinker to get it right. Now I'm going to start cleaning it up, make sure it's completely really nice and got a nice finish on it. And then I think after that we'll put the old one back on top to get the pattern, just make sure it's 110% right, and then hopefully try it in the car and hope it fits. We'll see. But yeah, we're doing our best. It's a very tricky panel. Just it's been a bit of an experiment for me. When you're doing these speed roll panels and patterns and stuff like that, when you're working a lot in one place, I realise now how much it's changing the panel now. So usually English wheel is definitely helping because you're stretching it before you're shrinking it back up again, basically. So still learning, but hopefully this panel should be a go, because this is number 2, but it's got to be right. So fingers crossed, I'll get the rest of it done. done the markings out, ready for to go around the chassis cut. That's a funny car cage hoop. A lot of people are probably interested why I've done a Japanese sun. The reason behind it originally was basically when Dad built the car originally in 1981, I believe. It came out and it came out just white originally, and then he put the diamond on the door, which was like version 1, and then version 2 of the car later on was a bit more aerodynamics. So he put a scoop on the car, put a spoiler on the car, and a few other things to update it. And the other thing he wanted to do was a Japanese sunrise in the door. So here's a picture of the car. So you can see he made like a plastic front to make it a bit more aerodynamic. Bit of gaffer tape around the window. There he is, look, the legend himself. And yeah, he did the Japanese sunrise on the door in the can-do kind of 2 font. So that was basically to carry the theme on. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not putting the Japanese sunrise on the outside of the car. We've got a design for what we're going to do on the car when it's finished, which I think a lot of people really like. We think it's a really good plan and bring back a bit of history. So what we are going to do when we get to the sort of finishing stages, we're going to do door cards with Japanese sun in it. So it will look like that, but on the inside of the door. Obviously the door card isn't the full height of the car, but we're going to do that. So we're going to put that on the inside on the door card, and we'll carry it through into the rear quarters as well. But yeah, that's one of the reasons to do that. So next job on this panel is, I think I'll probably fold it first just to double check it's going to be okay, and see where we're at, and then I'll just do some more measurements to make sure that the cutouts around the chassis are perfect, and then it should hopefully go in there really nice. And yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully it will fit perfectly. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put it in because the tubs are in at the moment, and one of the tubs needs to go in first, and then this panel, then the other tub. So if it won't go in, I won't fit it, but I might demonstrate what I've done with the old one and how it fits. But yeah, so a bit more to do now. Well, we got that panel finished, and it's fitted in the car. It's that tight that I can't get it back out, and it does need a bit of trimming. But so the way it's going to come out is going to have to, when I start stripping the car apart, I'll take the tubs out, and then I'll be able to get it back out. But I'll show you what it looks like. As you can see, it's all in there, nice. A little bit of trimming needed. You can just see round there and a bit round here. But the bead roll with the back of it is lining up with the tub now, and this at the front is lining up with the tub. So yeah, I'm well chuffed for that now. That looks like it's supposed to be there now. So I've got to make a panel here, both sides, and a few little jobs, and the one down here as well. And yeah, we're all good. So yeah, big progress today. We'll get on to the next job now. I've got to design a front splitter, which is going to be tricky. I don't want it too low, and I don't want it too in your face. So that's the next job. It's going to be a challenge for me because I'm going to be practicing with the English wheel a little bit, and there's a lot of curves in different ways. So yeah, that's going to be the next one. But hope you enjoyed this little video, a bit more progress and a bit more action of what's going on. And on to the next.